Humans, for the most part, don't have a clue. They don't want one or need one either. They're happy. They think they have a good bead on things.
Well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
Since the dawn of time, man has tested the boundaries of speed. From go-karts, boats, automobiles, all the way to space travel. But Honda has always had its niche. We're never thinking of underground street racing. Although Hondas may have not been in the front of every racing scene in film, many Hondas have had their moments in the spotlight. From trying to conduct a semi-truck heist in the Fast and Furious, to being a simple AI-controlled traffic car in the Road and Track's 1994 Need for Speed. On a side note, the Honda Civic didn't return to NFS until 9 years later, in the first underground installment, but you also have to unlock it. So, why is the scene with Hondas dominating the underground racing scene by sheer numbers? Hollywood has decided to underappreciate what is basically a whole section of car counterculture. Well, they kinda look like shit.
Look at this ugly shit right here, boy. Woo. This ugly shit, nigga. This ugly shit, nigga. Fucking Ricer.
When you see a sleek exotic car in films or a jacked out muscle car, it looks badass. The point of a film is to invoke fantasy. Not everyone has a Skyline GTR tuned up and ready in their garage, but most people have a small 90s Honda Civic or Hatch. See, the Honda was made to be the most economic choice of car for the everyday person. Which makes sense why most directors would feel the need to minimize the Honda game in films and other forms of media. Can you imagine if in Shotokosuku Trial 2, Yamanaka Taka was given a beat up rusty hatch instead of a brand new Skyline? Well actually. But that's not the point. The point is more and more I see a movie about racing, the more I keep thinking to myself, where are all the goddamn Hondas? So I dove into the Atlanta import scene to try to find my answers. But in order to really envelop myself in the Atlanta scene, I had to participate in one of the ATL's greatest traditions, the Devil's Grass.
I look back.
And then we were off. Halfway through, the drug started to take over.
Harlem Wright here, guys.
Harlem Wright here, guys.
And today, we're going to the Atlanta car races.
Video start.
Whether they be legal or illegal or none of your business. Today, we've learned that over 1,500 Hondas lose their lives every year. It seems like every day, the endangered species of has been dwindling every year. Shut up. This is a travesty. What's going on with the Honda, and we're gonna get right down to the bottom. So I think it's our responsibility to let and inform people and let the people at home really know what's going on.
What's really going on?
Okay, you don't talk.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
To let the people really know, I think it's our responsibility to really let the people with the Honda species. They're endangered, people. They're getting junked and scrapped every year. Vintage 1994 Honda XEs. But they're gonna be really fun, so stay tuned to watch out for that. Harlem Wright out.
It would be 16 too.
We arrived at the car meet. We arrived with a new purpose, but entering the circle was no easy task. I had to act like them, I had to walk like them, I had to speak like them.
Broken clutches everywhere.
We found one of our informants at the meet with new information.
So today, guys, we're talking about the great Honda endangered species. Here with us today is
Our boy told us of a safe house with a few refugees.
they're all at my house. VTech.
Right there. One's dead. Another Honda dead. Yeah, dead. Oh, my house.
We met up with a known Honda activist in the area. I told him who I was and what I was doing. He was surprised people still cared. But when I asked who was behind all the recent Honda scrapings, he laughed. Clearly I overstepped my bounds. Something felt fishy. But after some convincing, he directed me to someone who spoke more on the subject.
How you doing? How you doing? Can you explain something about the Honda game? Oh yeah, the Honda game is very dangerous. You know, you got all 130 horsepower, you know, and if you don't watch out, you might end up in the ditch. Like,
What did he mean by, you could end up in a ditch? Was he referring to the Gracelet crash of 2015? 2 trucks, a minivan, and a Honda Civic in a ditch? I don't know, but I intended to find out. Out of nowhere, another Honda life was taken. Perhaps no one was looking. Perhaps a self-inflicted injury in order to escape the Honda prejudiced world we live in.
Another Honda life taken away today. Can we stop this ceaseless murder of the Hondas? Pray for Honda love, for Honda lives.
On the way to the races, we were lucky enough to catch a few Hondas in their natural habitat. Driving along the roads in the US, it's hard to say how much time we have left with these majestic creatures, as I've seen poachers have targeted them for years at an alarming rate. But for now, we decided to go to the center of it all. The gathering of the motors, a rendezvous for gas guzzlers alike. The drag races. Upon arriving, people already started lining up for the races. Tire screech after tire screech. This is where people could be themselves. Not held back by societal construction or limits. Free souls living fast in order to stay free. In order to spread the car counterculture and stick it up to the track racers. Or something like that. Either way, I was starting to forget the whole point of this video around this time.
So we've reached the races, and we've been here, and we've discovered, and we've seen what the hell is going on. And the truth can only be found through the means of Mother Nature's natural predicament.
All in all, maybe we didn't find the answers we were looking for. Hell, I have no actual proof Hondas are in a decline. But what happens on this road isn't something to look over. Instead, it should be looked at as an outlet for observation. A whole new world to step into and absorb new lessons on this journey we call life. And if you're watching this video, then hopefully you learned a new thing or two as well. Maybe you kept watching out of mere curiosity, but the important key to unlocking the mystery is this. Just because something looks different doesn't mean it can't be just as interesting as any other hobby or person. We drive through life looking at the outside the same we look at a blurry image. But sometimes it's good to stop and walk along the blurry image. It may clear your head up more than you think. And as for the Hondas, well, they ain't stopping anytime soon.